Hey everyone, welcome to PhoneArena's in-depth video review on the Samsung T259, which is a clamshell device for T-Mobile. For those who don't want to be bothered with the complexities of today's modern smartphones, this might be the great solution that you're looking for. There's nothing really too much to say about the design of the T259. It employs some very cheap feeling plastic. You definitely get a sense of it. It does scratch kind of easily when you place it in the pockets. It's your typical clamshell device, an entry-level handset. Overall, the plastic materials that's used on it makes for a very lightweight device, but nothing really too appealing overall with its looks. On the outside of the phone, you have a small LCD display which shows you the clock and also notifications if someone's calling or you're receiving a text message. At the same time, you could hold down the camera key and you could use it to take self-portraits. When you're opening up the handset, though, you're going to be greeted to a 2.2-inch QVGA display, so that's 240 by 320 resolution, and has support for 65,000 colors. It's not the most appealing out there. It does kind of fade away, and it does suffer from some very poor viewing angles, so you'll really need to shield it away from the sun, but you don't really expect that much, especially for an entry-level device like this. Luckily, we're actually happy with the keypad on the device. Even though it's kind of flush, at least they're large enough to make out with your fingers, and you do have a really nice gummy feel to them, so when you press it down, you get that good tactile response. On the left side of the phone, you have the micro SD card slot, and you have also a volume rocker that's kind of pronounced and very easy to press. While on the right edge, we find the dedicated camera button. You have also a micro USB port for charging the device and also connecting it with the headphones. And you also have a spot here for a lanyard. And above the external display, you have the 2-megapixel camera. On the back, you remove the back cover, it simply comes off, and it's going to give you access to the battery. And behind that is, of course, a SIM card slot. Now, the Samsung T259 boasts a very simplistic user interface. You have the home screen here, you could change the wallpaper, but aside from that, there isn't much personalization with it. When you go to the main menu, it's broken down into a grid-like view, and as you can tell, as you go to the different icons, they have a little bit of animation to give it a slightly better look compared to other previous models. But overall, it's very simple, straightforward, and anyone will pretty much get used to navigating around the handset. Much like any other handsets out there in the market, the T259 offers all the organizer applications you'll need, such as the calendar app. You have a voice recognition app. You could make tasks or a memo. You have also a tip calculator, a regular calculator. You also have other stuff such as a world clock, converter. You have a timer, and you even have a stopwatch for all your needs. Seeing that employs a regular numeric keypad, you could either do the traditional way typing text, or you could enable T9 for a faster method. If you're used to this way, you shouldn't have any problems thanks to the tactile response of the keypad. To an extent, you could still get your social networking fix thanks to the Social Buzz app available on the handset, which aggregates stuff from Facebook, MySpace, and even Twitter. Surprisingly, the handset offers an email client. We managed to get our Gmail account set up there. All it needed was our username and password and automatically set up. Might not be the most conducive device to jot down emails, but at least you have the functionality on board. It sure might not be pretty, but the T259 offers a music player. It'll display the track information, the on-screen controls. You'll get the job done, but if you close the handset, it's going to stop playing music. As far as the audio quality is concerned, at its loudest setting, it's still more vibrant and strong. We're surprised that it doesn't really crackle and presents some reasonable sounding tones from its speaker. Even though its small display might not be the best thing for your eyes for watching videos, at least the T259 offers the functionality as well. The video we have here is encoded in MPEG 4, 320 by 240 resolution, and QVGA videos are pretty much the only thing you're going to be able to watch on here. Might not be the best quality, but at least it'll run at a steady frame rate. To our surprise, the T259 managed to load up our website, but we did get a message saying that it might not display properly just because it's a large website. Complex sites will have some issues as far as rendering specific items such as photos, but as far as just scrolling, it's pretty good. You just click, and of course, as you can tell here, it's not having a hard time keeping up with what I'm doing. And it does display some of the photos, as you can see. Might not be the best just because of the screen size, but at least, again, you have that functionality available to you. With the T259's 2-megapixel camera, it does take some mediocre shots. In outdoor conditions, it has an average amount of detail. Color's a little bit on the cooler side and does overall look a little bit underexposed. Indoors, though, there's a little bit of noise that you can find, but overall, some people will find it more than acceptable, especially for an entry-level device. Now, you might want to pass on the handset if you're going to be doing videos, just because it only shoots QVGA videos, so that's 320 by 240, and shoots at the frame rate of only 14 frames per second, so it does look a little bit choppy, and does seem to be too sensitive when it comes to exposure. As you can tell, it just changes so rapidly depending on the scenery. On top of that, there isn't much detail, and there's a noticeable level of pixelation going on. Thankfully, Samsung focused on the calling quality experience on the device, and we're very happy with it. On the earpiece, it does produce some strong tones of making voices very audible. Voices overall on both ends of the line sound distinct and clear, no evidence of any distortion or background noise. However, though, when we switch to using the speakerphone, it does produce a little bit of muffledness, but it's still strong enough to make out any words. By far the best part about the T259 is its stellar battery life. In fact, it's rated for 6 hours of talk time. We managed to get out 8 hours of talk time in a single charge, so it should be more than enough for anyone out there. For anyone out there that wants a simple handset that focuses primarily on voice calling quality, then the T259 should be a great solution for you. Granted though, it does offer some additional functionalities, such as being able to send emails, social networking, and even watching videos and playing music. It'll do as well. But the biggest thing is it's $30 on contract pricing. It plays in competition directly with some entry-level smartphones, specifically the LG Optimus T and even the Motorola Charm, which of course is going to offer a little bit more features for the money. But again, if you have parents or older individuals out there that don't want to be bothered by today's modern smartphones, then the Samsung T259 should be a great solution for them. So if you'd like to learn more about this handset, or for all the latest cell phone reviews, news, specs, and information, you can check us out at PhoneArena.com.